Good morning to you.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for having me on, mate.
Not at all. Thanks for joining us. Tell us what it was like where you were. We've seen a lot of footage from the Canary Wharf sites, the Britannia Hotel, not so much from the Barbican. What was it like there?
Yeah, I got to say there was more far left mob than there was crowd than there was us. I went down there with citizen journalist David Atherton, and I can say, yeah, we as we approached towards the hotel, and you had the Antifa crowd already there, all balaclavaed up, masked up, throwing chants like Nazi scum off our streets. Narinder Kaur was at the forefront of all the stand up to racism and refugees welcome here and stuff like that. Right. And yeah, it was just yeah, because I when I went down there, that they were very aggressive. Like I say, we quickly got moved on to around to the cordon side area where the group that we were meeting up with were, and round our side of the street, very peaceful, lovely speeches delivered, by Nick Tenconi, Danny Roscoe, various other speakers, including my friend David Atherton. And there was a lot, there's families around there. There was kids, yeah, and it was very peaceful. But all you could hear was, the Antifa crowd round the other side of the building. All the police were lined up in droves for their protection, right?
There seemed to be an awful lot of police,
and it was all very one-sided.
Yeah, there seems to be an awful lot of police. And were the police aggressive? I mean, they look as if they've been quite aggressive there.
I think you'll find the police were. I think you'll find the police on that day we're dealing with the far left, which would be Narinder Kaur's crowd, and all the Antifa, all the guys that were there, masked up. Why they're hiding their identities, I don't know. But one thing I will say is, on Narinder Kaur's side, behind the barricades, they all had there's probably about 50-60 of them in the crowd, with her at the forefront. They all had the exact same placards, identical to each other, which evidently just proves a point in saying that they're clearly funded by someone to be there, right? Yeah. And we just, like I say, I'm ex-forces. I love my country. I'm concerned about what's going on. I don't agree that we should be housing illegal migrants in hotels, 5-star hotels. All you can eat buffets when we've got our own veterans out on the streets. And these unvetted migrants are coming over by boat, by lorry. Even by turning up to the airports. Do you know what I mean? I think it's ridiculous, and I think at the end of the day, I don't understand why we're getting labelled as far right and far right extremists just because we're concerned and we're worried for our children. Yeah. In our country. Yeah, everyone's got that right to be fearful for their kids.
Yeah, and of course, and it's not just in London either, is it? It's happening all over the place. It's happening down in Hampshire. It's happening out in Essex. It's happening up north in Newcastle. There was a big march in Manchester yesterday. But I mean, is this going to go on? How long is it going to go on for, do you think?
Well, this is the question. I mean, with Keir Starmer and the Labour government, it's clear that there's an agenda there, because I for the life of me, Mike, I don't understand why they find it so hard to have a deterrent. I've been saying since the beginning. I mean, I'm not being funny. We've got the Royal Navy. They should be utilised and used for, and they should be utilised and put in the Channel to do the job that, you know what I mean, to do the job that they signed up to do. Do you know what I mean? I don't understand why we can't utilise our Royal Navy, place them in the Channel, because if you do that, then clearly you've got a deterrent there. They're not going to allow any boats to come through the Channel at all.
Of course
but instead,
not.
you've got the RNLI, coming up beside these dinghies, helping the migrants, escorting them through. I think it was ridiculous. Yeah. It's the biggest threat to our national security ever, and you've got these and you've got the crowd, with all their placards and with the far left saying refugees welcome here. I saw one placard that said, "I feel more safe in this country with refugees than the right wing."
Yeah, these people are completely
And I thought,
demented.
like, how does that sounds so ridiculous? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. They're completely demented. I don't know what you do with people like that. Sean, listen, good to talk to you. Keep in touch. Thanks very much indeed. British Army veteran who was at the Barbican protest yesterday. Lots of protests up and down the country. If you were at any of them, by all means, get in touch with